What up, people? This is my first ever video on YouTube. I want to talk about how to get the answer to any question that you have in life. Any question. Any question. How do you do it? I've been doing this, and I haven't been aware of that I've been doing this for a few years now. But I started to see more and more people talk about this online. So I wanted to make a video about how I do it to answer any question that comes to your mind, deep question, shallow question, any question that you have. Now, anytime a question comes to my mind, right, and a lot of times it's like a religious or spiritual question or a medical question or science question, psychological, philosophical question comes to my mind, I immediately put a lot of attention on it. And I think about how much I want to answer that question. And I really put it here inside, and I focus on that question. And sometimes I'll write it down in my notes, right, that I want to ask it to a certain person. A lot of times, what will happen is I'll put so much attention from my mind and my body on that question. And if I can search some things about that question, then I should and I will. And that's part of the process. Whatever you can do, you have to do. But whatever is kind of outside your control or not available on the internet or in books, you just put it here. You just put it here and you hold it and you really, again, put attention on it and you put focus on it and you really, you know you want the answer to that question and you put all that on it and then you let it go. You either let it go consciously, actively, or passively by engaging in something else. And every time I have done this, I chuckle when I'm in the moment later on, and not even through my own involvement, somebody might ask that question, or somebody might be talking about something, and then somebody will answer it, and it'll answer the question that I had. Now I don't worry so much about my questions getting answered as much as developing this technique. Focus on the question, put a lot of attention on it, and know I'm going to get the answer. The knowing is the important part. You have to know you're going to get the answer. And then you also have that emotion tied to it where you're like, okay, I want this question answered. And what is it going to do to me? How am I going to feel if I get that question answered? And then let it go. Every time I get the answer, and you can too, with just these simple steps. Now, my one caveat to all of this is this. I think you really have to work on being connected to your body, your mind to your body. I think that connection has to be in place and strong. And if not that, at least you have to be really connected to your mind. You've had to achieve this mental crispness in your mind. Oh wow, the sky looks beautiful. Okay. You have to have achieved this mental crispness in your mind so that your mind is very clear. Your mind is extremely clear. And again, then one of the biggest things is just letting go. Just letting go and releasing, surrendering to the fact that you're going to get the answer. Timelines, how, does not matter. But belief matters. And attention and intention. And I don't know if this is important, but I have to put this caveat in. All my questions have been good questions. They haven't been anything malicious or anything like that. So I don't know if it works for that. I hope not. That's the technique. You can get whatever you want. Whatever question you want, you'll get an answer to with attention, intention, the feeling of what it's going to be like when you get that answer, knowing it's going to happen for sure, 100%, and then just letting go, actively or passively. Sometimes your answer is not an analytical pros and cons type answer. Sometimes your answer is outside of the black and white. And that's why letting go is so important to be able to get the answers that you want.